Hi everyone, welcome back to Dalry Models. In this video, as you can possibly work out, I'm going to be starting to build up the frame and attaching the engine, wheels, swing arm forks and all the rest of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is fit the engine into the frame. So it's fairly straightforward the way it goes in, and I am going to use the kit screws for this. So you've got, if I can get it lined up properly, that goes in there in the back, and then that goes in there at the front. So it's just like that. And we've got 4mm screws at the back and 2.5mm screws at the front. So start with the back ones. What I'm going to do for now is put them in loosely just to get it all lined up, and then any areas after all the fairings and everything are put on that these screws might show, I will put some photo-weight bolt heads over the screws to cover them up. Fairly straightforward doing this bit. So that's the engine in the frame, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach the rear swing arm, and as you possibly notice, I've still not got the chain on, because what I will do work out the size of that and everything once I'm all done. So I need a 10mm screw for that, which I've not got out, so let's go and find that, which I think is that one, which it is. And I'm going to use the rod to go in the middle bit so I can mount it on the jig. So what I've done is put that through there where it's going to go, and then I've just pulled it back slightly and then put a mark in there, as you can see, where I want to cut it. And because it's fine aluminium, it's quite easy just to cut with a knife. Just rock it a little bit, and it's off. And then that end, just get your file and just tidy it up a bit. And then I'm going to get the other file, just to do that end, just so that the pin for the jig goes through it with no problem. I've already done the other end, so that's not a problem. Now I've got a screw for the bottom part, and again I will put a I'll put a faux edge head on that. So I want some super glue for that bar. So I'll do the same as what I did last time. Put some in the hole to start with at this end, and then feed the bar through, and then put some glue on this end of that. And I have checked, and it does go all the way through. It does line up, so I shouldn't have any issues with that. So again, once I've finished with the jig, we'll put some photo-etched nuts on that. So there's that side. That's that side, so you can see it's flush ready for those nuts. And then on here, I've just got that one screw to do on this side. Just hold that in place. And then, as you saw me do in the previous video, I've not done anything with this since, but you can see that I've done the wiring on that. That one's not glued in yet, for obvious reasons, because it goes into the top there. But everything else is all done and ready. So for that, just check what screw I want for that. It's 16mm. So I'll get my tub of screws again and find out which is the right one for that, which I think is that one. In fact, I'm being stupid, I've already got that out, haven't I? There you go. So put that on there. I'm not going to bother putting any glue on these because the screw will hold it all together. So it's unnecessary. I'll get the forks lined up and then that goes down the middle. And the screw holds it in. Again, I don't need to worry about this screw because I've got that cap that goes over the top of it. So make sure that it's not too tight that it doesn't move. And then that is the bulk of it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to set my jig up, as I showed you in the previous video on doing this. I'll show you again. Because you can see the bike lying on its side now, you're just risking something getting damaged on that, which obviously we don't want to happen. So get everything set up where it needs to be. Got the other one here. So what we'll do is just mark these up quickly. And then I can position them where I want them, so most of it should already be in the right place, but I have been fiddling with it, so that's wheel one done, front wheel, and then I can do the same for the back wheel. Which I can't because I've got the photo etch axle nuts on, so I'll leave that one off. Really you want to leave those details till the end so that it doesn't interfere, but I have got this middle one to use. lock that in place where it wants to be. Same for the front. So now it's on the jig, I can carry on working on it. So what I've got is this piece here, and I can get my super glue and just run it on there, and making sure I get the orientation of the arrow right, because it wants to face forward. Just put that cap carefully without dropping it everywhere. It just wants to go in there like that. You can see the advantage now of having this jig. My hands are completely free for working on it, so when it comes to starting to put things on it, for instance, putting the front fairings on and mocking it all up, as you can see, it's just going to hold. He says it's got the magnet there, and then when I've got the front part on, which is there, you can see I can start working on it, and that magnet should hold it now. Like that. I can do the same with the this bit on here. Put that on. I can start building it up, put the tank on, put the seat on, and I can work on it all without having to touch the bike now. Don't get fingerprints on it, don't risk breaking anything, and like I said, I'm not putting it down on the side, putting pressure on it, risking breaking anything. But what I can now do with the engine and the swing arm in place is get my chain, wrap it around the rear sprocket, and then I can work out where I want to drill a hole for the front sprocket. As you can see, I've not drilled a hole yet in there. That wants to go in this piece here, that hole, so I can work out the right tension to put on that now to get the chain to fit. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.